Умагянти Миранда ся, гнангна швакая, цъкшурум литамина тасмай шигуровена маха, ши читани манобистам стъпитмена бутале, севропакадама хем дадати са падантикам, вантикам шигур, шуто падакамалам шигурум вишнамавча, ширум скъщам, схат на аргонатом витам, тансатипам, статми сабдутно парична, сахитам кашначитан дивам, шада Кришна падам, схат на лорта шишакам витам ча, е Кришна каруна синду дина бандо джагатпати, Копеша гопика канта, рата канта на мостуте, Tapta Kanchana Korangi, Radha Vrindavaneshwari, Vrishabhan Sutedevi, Pranami Hari Priye. Tapta Kanchana Korangi, Radha Vrindavaneshwari, Vrishabhan Sutedevi, Pranami Hari Priye. Vanchakapata Rupacha, Kripasant Kupeva Japadit Nampav Neba Vishnavebu, Namo Namaha. Jai, the Gayatri Book. Jai, His Holiness Sachinandana Swami. Jai, His Divine Grace, Bhajrana Ravrinda Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So, this is the chapter Questions and Answers. And now I try to read further from this chapter. So, the last question and answer, I had not finished to read the answer yet. There something is left, and I will read this now. And the question was, I have heard from a traditional South Indian Brahmana that women should not be initiated into Brahma Gayatri. Chanting this mantra would harden her hearts. If this is true, then why did Srila Prabhupada change this tradition? Why he actually gave Brahma Gayatri to the women devotees? Okay, so Srila Saraswati Thakur changed the Gaudiya tradition because he wanted to establish Vaishnavism not only as a religion fully accepted by society, but as the highest form of worship, superior even to traditional Brahmanism. One generation later, so the answer, I will continue. I will begin with the answer from the beginning because, yes, just not to cut it in parts. So I will just read again this part of the answer, which I have read already. So the answer. In answering your question, I would like to go back in time a little. Although Lord Chaitanya had emphasized hearing and chanting the holy name as the principal sadhana for all devotees, he nevertheless showed by his own example that those interested in spiritual progress must take initiation into the Vaishnava Pancharatrika system. Thus, in Lord Chaitanya's movement, both chanting the holy name and receiving Pancharatrika mantras from a bona fide guru are fundamental. However, the traditional Vedic initiation, Upanayana Samskara, in which a devotee receives the Brahmana Gayatri mantra, did not play a crucial role in the Gaudiya Sampradaya at that time. Almost all Vaishnavas would chant the Gopala mantra and Kama Gayatri, but even those born in Brahmana families would generally stop chanting the Brahma Gayatri upon receiving Vaishnava Diksha. Often they would even give up their sacred threads, which marked them as high-born Brahmanas, their threads. Yes. Abandoning such traditional practices that were performed by all types of religious people, and not only by those who worshipped Lord Krishna, was how these persons exhibited their full and exclusive surrender to Krishna. This was before Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's time. Finally, the social and religious results of this custom proved discouraging. The caste Brahmanas took over the religious scene, stating that Vaishnavas were not qualified Brahmanas and thus not entitled to worship the deities or administer religious services. Consequently, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur undertook great effort to raise Vaishnavism to a socially accepted status. To accomplish this, he propagated the Daivi Varnashrama Dharma, which is divine and not based on birthright. Arguing on the basis of Pancharatrika and Bhagavata philosophy, he proved that the uninitiated Vaishnava is even more qualified than a Brahmana. To substantiate this position, he introduced Vedic Diksha Samskara to his disciples, including the Brahma Gayatri mantra and the Brahmana thread. His idea was to establish Vaishnavism in society, but bringing Brahmana threads and the Brahma Gayatri mantra to those who were qualified by their qualities and activities. even if they were not born Brahmanas. It was, in other words, a public demonstration of the statement in Shastra that Vaishnavism is the highest form of religious expression. Still, in order to keep his Daivi Varnashrama system close to tradition, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura followed the old Vedic rule and gave Brahmana Gayatri only to men, not to women. The fact that he gave Upanayana Diksha to his male disciples, regardless of their social background, caused enough turmoil against the smartest caste Brahmanas. Neither were the women at any spiritual disadvantage. They still received the much more potential Gopala Mantra and Kama Gayatri. So Srila Saraswati Thakur changed the Gaudiya tradition because he wanted to establish Vaishnavism not only as a religion fully accepted by society, but as the highest form of worship, superior even to traditional Brahmanism. One generation later, his most prominent disciple made yet another change. Srila Prabhupada mercifully considered that in the age of Kali, men and women need whatever help is available to them. He didn't consider the danger of women's hearts becoming hard significant. He didn't consider the danger of women's hearts becoming hard significant, since the Kali Yuga, the hearts of men and women are equally hard. Both genders have become absorbed in the mood of dominating material nature. From the spiritual viewpoint, therefore, both have acquired Purusha Bhava, the mentality of a male. Therefore, both need to worship the Supreme Savita, the Sun God Krishna, so that they can melt the hard ice packing around their hearts. Once in New York, on a morning walk in the cold winter air, Srila Prabhupada repeatedly left the footpath to break the ice covering the puddles. Much to the astonishment of his disciples, when they later asked him why he had done so, Srila Prabhupada answered that just as the water had frozen in the cold winter atmosphere, the hearts of the conditioned souls are also frozen in the icy atmosphere of the false ego. It was his duty, he said, to help them become free from this calamity. To make his point clear, he had cracked the winter ice. Another important consideration why qualified women can chant the Brahma Gayatri without fearing any negative influence is that the Gaudiya Vaishnavas chant Gayatri with an entirely different conception than the members of the old Vedic Varnashrama society. For us, the sun god in the Brahma Gayatri is Krishna. And as we have seen before, page 237, those with finer spiritual insight can even detect Srimati Radharani's presence in the Brahma Gayatri. So the next time I will continue to try to read. The next part is question and answer on Brahmana and Vaishnava. Brahmana and Vaishnava. Jai, the Gayatri Book. Jai, His Holiness Sachinandana Swami. Jai, His Divine Grace, Abhai Reverend Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So this is, oh yes, Jai Vedic Wisdom Tales. Jai, His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura Prabhupada. Jai Shri Prem Prabhu Maharaj, who had for the first time translated this book in English with explanations, this book of His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura Prabhupada. Jai Shri Narayana Maharaj, Jai Shri Guru Govinda Maharaj, Jai Bhaktivedanta Nemi Maharaj, Jai Bhagavata Maharaj, Jai His Divine Grace Abhayacharana Ravindra Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So this is the chapter about King Suyagnya. So his queens and relatives lament and cry. They're very sad after he had passed away, and then Lord Yamaraja talks to them. He continues to talk. In the jungle, there lived a hunter who would set traps wherever he lived, and lure birds with bait to capture them. One day he saw a pair of kulinga birds eating the bait. The hunter quickly captured the female bird in his trap. Witnessing the plight of his partner, the male bird felt immense sorrow. He was unable to free her from the net. Helplessly, he began to lament out of affection for the female bird. He said, "The Creator can do everything, yet he is so merciless. Firstly, my companion is female, and secondly, she is fluttering about in great humility, lamenting for wretched me. After taking her away from here, what will he do with her? She may die, or he may take me. Without her, what will this incomplete widower do with his life, which has become lowly and filled with misery? How will I raise these children without a mother?" While he was thus deeply engrossed in sorrow, time Kala inspired the hunter, who was hiding nearby, to shoot an arrow that immediately killed the male bird. "O foolish queens, your condition is exactly the same. You do not foresee your own death, and you keep crying over your husband's death. Even if you continue beating your chest like this for 100 years, you will not get him back." After narrating this tale, Yamaraja disappeared. The brothers and relatives also calmed their grief and performed the final rites for King Suyagnya. Therefore, an intelligent person, without mourning for the inevitably perishable body, will seek out the eternal devotional service of Sri Krishna. The next chapter is chapter 22 about Prahlada. The demigods were unsettled by the tyranny of Hiranyakashipu. The demon had conquered the three worlds and enslaved all beings. He established his authority over the realm of Devaraja Indra and began to enjoy the air. Except for Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shiva, all the other guardians of the worlds worshipped him and pleased him by offering gifts to Hiranyakashipu. Previously, Hiranyakashipu had set out to Mandarachala mountain to execute severe austerities. In his absence, Indra made huge arrangements for an invasion. When the demons found out, they began to flee here and there. Then the demigods destroyed Hiranyakashipu's palace and captured his pregnant queen, Kayadu. As Indra was leaving, he met Devashri Narada. Narada stopped Indra and said, "It is not appropriate to abduct an innocent queen because she is another man's wife and she is a virtuous lady." Indra replied, "Until the demon child in Kayadu's womb is born, I will keep her with me and protect her. After she gives birth, I will kill the demon child and let Kayadu go." Hearing this, Narada said, "The child growing in Kayadu's womb does not possess the nature of a demon like Hiranyakashipu. He is a sinless great saint, Maha Bhagavata, and an associate of the all-powerful Lord Vishnu. No one can kill him." Hearing these words from the mouth of Devashi Narada, Indra released Kayadu. I will continue to read this chapter the next time. Jai, the book Vedic Wisdom Tales. Jai, His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakura Prabhupada. Jai Shri Prema Priložna Prabhupada Maharaj, who had translated this book for the first time in English with explanations. Jai Shri Narayana Maharaj. Jai Shri Gaur Govinda Maharaj. Jai Bhaktivedanta Nemi Maharaj. Jai Bhagavata Maharaj. Jai His Divine Grace Abhacharana Vrinda Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Hare Shijaknatastaka. Shijaknatastakam, composed by Sri Sankaracharya and chanted by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Jagannathastakam translation. This is from the Sri Gaudiya Giti Gucha. This songbook. You can find it in internet and download it as PDF file. Sri Gaudiya Giti Gucha. Sri Jagannathastakam composed by Sri Sankaracharya and chanted by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Translation. Sometimes Sri Jagannath Deva makes supremely sweet, melodious music with his flute within the groves along the banks of Yamuna, like a bee thirsty for honey. He jubilantly relishes the lotus faces of the gopis. His feet are offered worship by great personalities such as Lakshmi, Shiva, Brahma, Indra, and Ganesha. May Jagannatha Swami kindly enter the pathway of my vision. In his left hand he holds a flute. Upon his head he wears the tail plumes of a peacock. And around his waist is fine silken cloth. From the corners of his eyes he bestows sidelong glances upon his companions. It is known that his pastimes perpetually take place within the land of Sri Vrindavana. May Jagannatha Swami kindly enter the pathway of my vision. On the shore of the great ocean, within his palace atop the brilliant golden chest of Nilachala, the blue mountain, he resides with his powerful brother, Baladevaji, and their sister Subhadra, who is situated between them. He bestows upon all the demigods the opportunity to serve him. May Jagannatha Swami kindly enter the pathway of my vision. He is an ocean of mercy, and his bodily complexion is as beautiful as a bank of blackish rain clouds. He enjoys with Lakshmi and Saraswati, and his face resembles a fully blossomed and spotless lotus. He is worshipped by the foremost of the demigods, and his transcendental glories are sung by the topmost scriptures. May Jagannatha Swami kindly enter the pathway of my vision. Lord Jagannatha Deva travels around the road. Mounted upon his chariot, he is met at every step by throngs of brahmanas, who sing his praises. Upon hearing them, he bestows mercy upon them. He is an ocean of mercy and the true friend of all the worlds. May Jagannatha Swami, accompanied by Lakshmi Devi, the daughter of the ocean, kindly enter the pathway of my vision. Sri Jagannath Deva is the crest jewel of all manifestations of the Supreme Absolute Truth, and his eyes are like the petals of a fully blossomed blue lotus. He resides at Nilachala, and he places his feet on the head of Ananta Sheshanaga. Being blissfully immersed in Bhakti Rasa, he derives great happiness from embracing the rasa-laden body of Srimati Radhika. May Jagannatha Swami kindly enter the pathway of my vision. I do not pray for a kingdom, nor for gold, jewels, wealth, or for a delightful partner as desired by all persons. My only prayer is that Sri Jagannatha Deva, whose splendid glories are sung at every moment by Shiva, the Lord of ghosts and demons, may kindly enter the pathway of my vision. O Master of godly beings, quickly deliver me from this fleeting and meaningless worldly existence. O Lord of the Yadus, kindly purge me of my ocean of sins that has no shore. Oh, it is certain that you bestow your lotus feet upon those who are lowly and devoid of any shelter. May Jagannatha Swami kindly enter the pathway of my vision. One who carefully recites the sacred Jagannatha Astakam upon becoming sinless and pure-hearted, will obtain entrance into Vishnu Loka,